Francis, it is such a joy to be with you today and to interview you and share with our KBNF friends and family all about Francis.
Thank you so much, Mash. It's so good to be here in Vancouver. I'm in a beautiful city. I'm Francis Kateh, and traditionally I'm called Na. And Na means either to walk or to drink. I was born in a village in a place called Kateh, Liberia. At the age of 12, it's when I decided I wanted to become a medical doctor. My mother lost one of her eyes when she was about 11 going to 12. I asked her, why did you lose this eye? And she said that it was infected and there was no doctor in the village. So she went to an herbalist who put some herbs into her eye and it busted. And I told her, I said, Mom, when I grow up, I will be a doctor. But what I did not realize is that saying it is one thing, having the financial support is the other thing. After I graduated from high school, my parents could not send me to college and then decided to write the Methodist bishop to allow me to volunteer at the Methodist hospital in Ganta, Nima County. He was excited when he received the letter, sent me $25 United States to transport me from the village to Ganta. And at the hospital, that is Ganta Methodist Hospital, I worked there as a cleaner. And later on was so interested in medicine that whenever Dr. Stevenson, who was a missionary doctor, whenever he was doing surgery, I would go over and peek through the glass door. After surgery, he came to me, he said, why do you come over? And I said, I want to be a doctor. He said, but that's not possible because you are just a cleaner. Are you out of high school? I said, yes. He said, so why are you not in college? I said, because my parents cannot afford. And he said, okay, I will give you some money to take the entrance exam at the University of Liberia, and thereafter I will support you. And so this is how it began. After 3 years at the university, I got another scholarship through the Methodist Church. Then in 2000, I almost lost my life in Ganta because of the Civil War, and I decided to leave and went to the United States, where I earned a master's degree in health administration while working at Norwegian American Hospital in the surgical department as a surgical assistant. When I completed my master's, I applied for a job in North Carolina and became the first African health director in the state of North Carolina. So I became the first black health director in Anson County, North Carolina, where the movie Color Purple was shot. I was invited over to Ithaca and I went to find a place to live when I got a call from Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a guest to 2010 Independence Day celebration in Liberia. So excited to go back home, I didn't know that there was something she had on her sleeves. So I went to Liberia.
You should know women better than that.
After 3 days, the Minister of Health, Dr. Gweningade, called me and said, you are invited to a dinner at the Chinese embassy. I said, okay. And I went there. When I got there, after a couple of minutes, the president and an entourage arrived. And we had this dinner and nobody said anything about the hospital. Not at all. The president left, the minister left. The Chinese ambassador then held me. I went back in his living room and he asked me, if you were to open a brand new hospital, what will you do in the first 1 week? So I said, what are the things that are in this hospital? Is it equipped? What are some of the equipment? And he went ahead and gave me a list. And then after that, he told me, thank you. And he escorted me and I left. 3 days later, I got a call from the minister and said, look, we are going to Tapita because it's the July 26th celebration. They are going to turn the hospital over to the government. So we got to Tapita and there's a hotel, kind of motel, like not too far from the hospital. So we stayed there. And as we approached Tapita, I saw this beautiful building. And I said, wow, what building over there? Oh, that's the new hospital. So like a kid, I got down from the car, put my bag in the hotel room, and I ran off to this hospital to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And when I went there, it was completely open up. So I'm running from one room to the other and seeing what is in there and so forth. Early that morning, the minister told me, he said, did I tell you that during the program today, when the ambassador turned the keys of the hospital over to the president would turn the key over to me and I'm going to turn the key over to you. So I took Her Excellency around the hospital explaining what some of the equipment does. And after that, the Chinese ambassador, myself, and the president went to her resting place. And when we got there, she turned to me and said, Francis, thank you for accepting the job. And I'm sitting down there and said, in my head, Madam President, I have no contract. I don't know what, I've not accepted a job. But I graciously say you are welcome. And the Chinese ambassador asked me, do you have your passport? I said, yes, I got it to the hotel. That was on a Saturday. He said, on Thursday, you are going to China. I said, oh my God, I didn't come prepared for this. I felt within myself there was a bigger calling to go back home. Because in Tompkins County, they could find someone to replace me. In Liberia, they wouldn't have easily found someone to replace me. And that's the beginning of the challenge that I had to go through.
Wow, what a story. Talk about a journey with detours.